and that is good release, good timing, good shot.
Welcome to Bowling Over 50, your YouTube channel for great bowling instruction. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to get a notice for upcoming videos. Drop us a comment or question. We're excited to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button right now and join the game.
Welcome back to Bowling Over 50. I'm Alan Berger. Recently we had a video coming out about timing and where to release the ball. Holding our turn on our hand till the ball reached the ball of our foot and about 3 inches past of our toe. That was to help us with speeding up our hand at the bottom and getting our hand a little faster to add rev rate, but also keeping our forearm pointed towards our target longer. Keep in mind that your forearm directs where the ball is going. Your hand tells it how much rotation to put on the ball and how many revolutions to put on the ball. So today we're going to add to that as far as timing goes and talk a little bit about where you should be when you're sliding and what your timing should look like. When discussing timing, the first place we need to start is in your approach. When you're in your approach, if you're right-handed, the bowling ball and your right foot should move in unison. So if you're getting started, the ball pushes out and your right foot go at the same time. That's helping you get the timing correct. If you're left-handed, the bowling ball and your left foot start at the same time. If you're a 4 or 5 step approach. I'm a 5-step, so I take a very small step with my left foot, then that's kind of getting me ready to go. And then as I take my first step with my right foot, the ball and my right foot move at the same time. So that gets your starting timing correct. So when you start, the ball and your right foot move at the same time. I have a spare up here. Actually, I don't have a spare up there. So we're going to show that one more time. So the ball and my right foot are going to move at the same time. I'm going to take a little step with my left, and then the ball and my right foot will move at the same time. I have a 10-pin up there. I am not quite warmed up yet, but I'm going to throw up my 10-pin here. Have to get my spare ball. Literally, that's the first shot I've thrown, first couple of shots I've thrown today. So we'll see what this looks like. Yay. So to get your timing started off correctly, the ball and your right foot, if you're right-handed, start at the same time, or the ball and your left foot start at the same time if you're left-handed. Once we do that, then we start talking about where your timing is and how I judge that. So here's how I judge timing. If you slide and stop and then release the ball, your timing is late. It's not a bad thing to have late timing. A lot of bowlers who have a lot of rev rate come to a complete stop and then release the ball. That gets them a lot of leverage. It gets them a lot of power with their legs. If you are still sliding and release the ball, your timing is late. Not necessarily bad, but there are problems with each. If you stop and then release the ball, there is a strong chance you're going to pull the ball to the left. If you're sliding and release the ball before you're done with your slide, there's a chance that you're going to miss your target to the right. So you're always having to compensate for those things. What I try to do, the timing that I try to have, is when I stop sliding, I release the ball at the exact same time. So we'll take a look at that. See if we can show it on the camera over there. I'm going to take a small step with my left foot. The ball and my right foot are going to move at the same time. And hopefully as I stop sliding, I'm going to release the ball. Stuck a little bit. Probably not throwing the correct ball for this general pattern today. It's a little burn up house shot. I'm going to pick up my 7-pin. Same thing goes with this. I should release the ball and stop sliding at the same time. The reason why I want to do that, because if you're still sliding and release the ball, you're going to miss to the right. If you stop and then release the ball, there's a chance you're going to pull it to the left. So I want to release the ball and stop sliding at the exact same time. And how I get there is by my ball and my right foot move at the same time. Not striking. So timing is critical. When you start, if you start with the ball and your right foot moving at the same time, the object is for you to release the ball exactly the same time you stop sliding. If you're still sliding before you release the ball and you're sliding while you're releasing the ball, there's a good chance you're going to miss your target to the right. If you come in and stop and then release the ball, there is a good chance you're going to miss your target to the left. Now again, a lot of great bowlers have late timing where they stop, plant, get their leverage, and release the ball. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're going to have to practice to make sure that you do not pull the ball to the left. For me, I want to slide, and as soon as I am stopping my slide, I am releasing the ball. That gets me in good timing, gets me in a good release spot, and then I don't have to think about my hand so much. I know when I produce these videos, and I do anything talking about the release, I get a lot more views. But really, the release comes as a product of keeping your head stationary, keep your head still, and good timing. When you have good timing, you have a good release. So we're going to try this again. The ball and my right foot are going to move at the exact same time. It's like I have a string that's attached to my right foot. So when my right foot moves, the ball moves. That gets me in the right timing slot to help me release the ball as soon as I'm done with my slide. So now that I have my timing down and I am releasing the ball, sliding, and as soon as I stop, I'm releasing the ball. Now I can go back to the other video that we had, holding the turn of my ball a little bit longer. That way my hand gets a little quicker at the bottom. So we will try that. That's based on a video that came out a few weeks ago. So we're going to try that again with a little quicker hand. Now there's the downside of working on a quicker release, a quicker hand, is I threw the ball too hard. Got a spare up there. There's a 2-pin in it, so I'm going to throw it like I throw it a 2-pin. Nearly perfect. Nearly perfect. All right, so I'm going to hold off the turn. The ball and my right foot are going to start at the same time. I'm going to hold the turn in my hand until the bowling ball, reaches the ball of my shoe. And hopefully that'll make my hand a little quicker. Big hook for an old guy. Big hook for an old guy. All right, I'm going to try to show what late timing looks like. I'm going to try to hold off the turning of my hand until I have stopped sliding. To do that, I'm going to start the ball off a little bit later. And that's what you get. Your hand comes over it and you pull it. I stop sliding, and when I stopped sliding, I pulled the ball this direction. I was nearly over the top of that ball when I let it go. We're going to try that one more time, because I think I actually did that backwards. I need to start the ball a little earlier so that I come to a complete stop before I release the ball. Same thing. I was nearly over the top of the ball when I released it. Now this is partly due to I have pretty good timing. I release the slide, stop my slide, and release the ball. What I am feeling right now is when I stop and then release the ball, I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my knee. A lot of pressure on my knee. Got a 3-pin up here. I'm going to throw up my 3-pin. Normal. All right, so now what we're going to try to do is late timing. That was early timing, where you stop. A lot of planners do this. Stop and then release the ball. Now I'm going to try to slide and release the ball at the same time. Well, that wasn't very good. Okay, I have double wood up here. I have a 2-8. I do not like the 2-8. Bowling on a sports shot, I almost have to throw straight at this. This is a house shot. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to move 4 boards to the right and throw up my strike spot, and hopefully that will get it with normal timing. And that got it. So for a 2-8, I move 4 boards to the right and throw up my normal strike spot. All right, one more time with early timing. I'm going to try to slide and release the ball at the exact same time. And I lose a ton of rev rate that way. Just a ton of rev rate just disappears. This one's got a back pin. I literally can throw it this spare like I would throw it at 2-pin, or I can hook at it. the same way I hooked it at 2/8, which is what I'm going to do, but instead of moving 4 boards, I'm going to move 5 to make sure I cover that so I don't deflect off the head pin. Like that. If you deflect off the head pin, there's a chance you won't get the 8 back there. Okay, to summarize, late timing, stop, and then release. You have a chance of pulling the ball left, elbowing it, coming over the top of the bowling ball. Sliding and releasing, you have the chance of shooting the ball to the right, missing your target to the right, plus no leverage to actually have the revolutions on the ball. Perfect timing, in sync timing. All right, this time we're going to try to do everything right. We're going to slide, stop, and release at the exact same time, holding my forearm towards my target as long as possible. Quick release down at the bottom, getting my hand turned over. I don't want to turn it too early in my swing. The ball and my right foot are going to move at the exact same time. And that is good release, good timing, good shot. If you have your timing down right, and you stop and release at the exact same time, you don't have to worry about your hand so much. I think too many people worry about what's going on with their hand. If your timing is good, if your head is stationary, if your head is above your knee, and you hold your release and just whip it down at the bottom, you don't have to think about your hand so much. Becomes not as important. Good approach, good timing, good release, good shot. If you start the ball and your right foot at the same time, you get started correctly. If you stop, release at the exact same time, you're going to have good timing. When you stop and release at the exact same time, holding your forearm towards your target as long as possible, you're going to get that whip down at the bottom, and you're going to make a good release without having to think about it so much. Stop worrying so much about what your hand is doing and think about your timing, think about your approach and getting started correctly. A lot more success that way. Good start, good timing, good finish, good result. So that's bowling over 50. If you like what we're doing here, the educational part of it, and you've made it this far in the video, I'm real proud of you. Make sure you go to the lanes and you try this stuff out. Make sure you practice. It's hard to do these kind of things in league. It's hard to get good practice in. Go to the lanes, get some practice in, and I know these things are going to help you. So this is Bowling Over 50. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out. And then get to the lanes and take these tips and drills and things that I'm working on, take them to practice, and you'll become a lot more successful. It's hard to do it while you're bowling in league. Much easier to do it in practice and things you can work on in practice, and then take those to the lanes in league, and you're going to have a lot more fun and good bowling.